1968. 1968 was not the best of years for the United States, or for that matter the world. We started off January with the Tet Offensive occurring in Vietnam, which was the escalation of an unpopular war by the enemy. In March, we had a sitting president announce that he'd had enough. And we did not realize it at the time, but Lyndon Johnson was very ill, and he was tired. He died shortly thereafter of massive heart failure. In April, we had the assassination of Martin Luther King in Memphis, Tennessee. In June, the assassination of Robert Kennedy in Los Angeles, California. After that man had just won the California Democratic state primary for the presidency. We had the invasion of Czechoslovakia by the Soviet Union. Why? Because the Czechoslovakian people had expressed the desire they didn't want to live under the Soviet system of government. We had riots in the streets of Chicago in August during our Democratic National Convention. We had the Pueblo incident took place in the waters off of North Korea. We had the shootings of students at Kent State by the Ohio National Guard. Have you caught my drift? This has not been the best of years. But then something occurred in December of 1968 that had never taken place in the history of man before. Three men by the name of Bill Anders, Frank Borman, and Jim Lovell were the first to perform a manned TLI. Now, a TLI is a translunar injection. And that means those three men, inside their spacecraft, left the orbit of the Earth and traveled more than a million miles away to another world, the moon. And it was while they orbited that lunar surface on Christmas Eve of 1968, they sent a message back to us here in this complex and to the people of Earth. They read from the Bible, from Genesis, and that was fine. It was Christmas Eve. But it was how they concluded their message that really caught the attention of the world. They said, good night and good luck and God bless to all of the people back on the good earth. Good night from Apollo 8. You see, it was Apollo 8 that was the first time in the history of man that we had ever traveled to another world. And it was controlled from right here. The average age of a controller on the floor was 26 years old. And I was 24. About a month after the mission, we got a letter from a woman. I think she pretty well summed up what had happened. She said, "Dear NASA, thank you for saving 1968. I told you that story for a reason. In the future, when you see us return to the space station, completed by the end of this year, it's going to have a permanent crew of 6 from all over the world, not just U.S. and Russia. When you see those pictures come back from that Hubble telescope, I've seen some of them, and the Hubble telescope scientists were correct. It's in the best shape it's ever been. We didn't do that for NASA. We did that for all of mankind, to better understand the universe in which we live, and that universe, folks, is huge. When you see us return to the moon and build a permanent lunar base, you see, pretty much from about 2020 on, there's going to be someone living on the moon. We're going to need a new zip code. When you see us travel to Mars, we are working on the equipment and the systems for that mission right now, right here. And we hope it'll take place around 2030. When you see these journeys to other worlds take place, and you young people are going to see them, I'd like you to remember something. Remember the day you were sitting right here looking at this room right here. Because I have a feeling about 100 years from now, people are going to be wondering, did those people realize where they were at back then? This is where mankind's journeys to other worlds began. Controlled from right here. In December of 1968 with a mission called Apollo. Folks, it's going to be hot out there today. Please keep yourselves hydrated. I thank you for visiting us.